Hi, eighth graders, week 8. And I am so excited about this slideshow. I mean, every slideshow I talk about with the drugs is really, really interesting. But this one, oh, it's amazing. And we're going to talk about inhalants today, methamphetamine, and also methylphenidate, which is Ritalin. But the video that you'll watch is so good on inhalants. And it's so interesting because yesterday, believe it or not, I went to Walmart and I had to buy some acetone, okay, which is nail polish remover. I needed 100% acetone because to take off like this type of ANC that I do, this type of nail thing, you have to have 100% acetone. So anyway, so I get up to the register and it alerts me that I need to have somebody to like key in the code, a worker there. So it said the person keyed in the code and it said, "Are you 18?" And of course, I'm a little over 18. So the point is that because kids are inhaling this, okay? So inhalants, organic solvents, and the video is going to show a woman who actually is abusing Dust Off, which is a computer cleaner. Oh my gosh, the video is so good. So really, really watch the video. I know some of you aren't watching my videos. I see because when I'm on YouTube on my channel, it says whatever views, okay? And you're skipping right to the slideshow. Can you just watch the video, please? I mean, I'm trying not to make them as long as I usually do. I'm sorry that I missed teaching. So just tune in. Okay, so here we go. Open up your packet if you printed one out, if you made one, if you just are taking random notes, that's great too. We're on inhalants. Okay, so let's start with that. Let's get going. Okay. Okay. All right. So we're going to talk about inhalants and methamphetamine today. Okay. Here's the video. Oh, wait till you watch it. It's just it's really interesting. And I'll put an exit ticket question in about the video. Okay. So inhalants. It's legal household, industrial, medical, and office products that can be deadly misused. Street names: air blast, boom gas, buzz bombs, whole bunch of other things. Method of use: inhalation. That says bagging and sniffing. Like, for example, somebody can put the stuff, the chemical, in a bag or on a rag and then cover their nose and their mouth like that. Okay. And that's what can cause a person to get that high. And the drug category is inhalant. Okay. So when it acts as an inhalant, it's going to do a couple things. It's going to be a depressant, and then it's going to be like a hallucinogen. Okay. So it causes somebody to feel that depressive feeling as well as hallucinations. But the high is very, very quick. It's even seconds. But the effects are deadly. And it can happen one time, or it can happen multiple times, and a person can just die. What it does is freezes the brain cells, freezes the alveoli, which is carbon dioxide oxygen exchange, and a person will just basically not wake up. And there's an article that I'm going to attach. I would like you to read it, okay? I'll ask you an exit question on the article. It's a really, really great article about a police officer whose son was abusing Dust Off, and he didn't even know. And a lot of parents don't know because here we go. It's accessible, okay? If somebody were to bring home a bag full like glue and Dust Off and nail polish remover, a parent isn't going to say, "You're abusing these things." Okay. So it's very hard a lot of times for a parent to detect if their child is using inhalant products. It's inexpensive. It's cheap. My acetone nail polish remover was $2. It's legal. They're all legal. Easy to hide. because, you know, a lot of times the products are in the garage, they're under the cabinets, in the kitchen. It could be anywhere where a parent isn't detecting that someone would even think to abuse these products. It's very fast and it wears off quick. Okay, so the effect when a person bags, huffs this product, the effect is going to be immediate, but it's very, very quick. Within like 15 seconds, 10, 15 seconds, a person won't get the high. So a person will constantly be, you know, sucking on that product or inhaling that product. So this is an interesting fact. So began before 14. Here's the thing, okay? There's most young kids that are abusing inhalants, like younger than 14. It isn't usually, you know, the 30, 40-year-olds that are abusing dust stuff and glue. However, it can happen. And then poor nations, the reason why there's some areas that little kids are abusing, like, you know, gasoline and because it curbs appetite. So if they're abusing it, then, and there's not enough food, then it can curb their appetite, but it causes horrible, horrible side effects. Okay. This is insane of how many, I can't even believe it. There's even way more than this, okay? Of how many signs and symptoms, hazards of use. It's intense. A big thing. Now, here's the thing. A person who is abusing these will complain that they can't taste. They're having trouble tasting because their tongue is basically frozen. They will have vision problems. They can actually have like blurred vision, lightheadedness, of course, because inhaling anything into the brain can cause a person even to pass out, drowsy, slurred speech, nauseous. They can vomit, red, runny eyes, loss of appetite. Bloody nose, that's what that last one says. Bloody nose, yeah, because if somebody is inhaling these chemicals, a bloody nose can happen. Asphyxiation, suffocation. So if a person is inhaling these horrible products, it freezes the brain cells and then it shuts down breathing. And then a person basically, they asphyxiate themselves. They suffocate themselves. Cardiac arrhythmia, so heart attack, brain damage, organ damage. Kaposi sarcoma. This is an interesting one. We talked about Kaposi sarcoma. It's a type of skin cancer where purple lesions are all over the body when it comes to somebody who has full-blown AIDS. Depression, hyperactivity, mood swings, and drool. I mean, drool could be a sign and symptom. I should move that because some people just drool all the time anyway. Okay, so withdrawal. So there is a little withdrawal. This is more of a habit-forming addiction. And when I say like drug, you know, they're legal. So, and they're technically not drugs. They're stuff person can find around the house, but it can definitely cause somebody after the fact, since it's depressant, to cause things that, you know, when a person is, you know, all this chemical is in the body, and when it's ridding this chemical the body, it can definitely cause some problems like headaches, excessive sweating, vomiting, anxiety, definitely more hallucination, seizures, and then of course treatment, rehab, hospital. Okay, so that's inhalants. If you have any questions, make sure that you email me on that. All right, our next one is methamphetamine. Look at those teeth. Yuck. Want to see these teeth, Scarlett? Come here, look at this. This is where if somebody does this drug, methamphetamine, yuck, that their teeth will just fall out and rot. Can you believe it? That's horrible, isn't it? Would you want your teeth like that?
No.
Oh, heck no. Okay, some street names: Ice, Crank, Speed. So that's like a big slang name, is Speed. The method of use: by mouth injection, inhalation, and absorption. Drug category: it's a stimulant. Yes, a stimulant. It causes somebody to have that heightened sense of energy and to even stay away for multiple days on end. White odorless powder. Chunks look like ice. It can even take on a tinge of like a blue color. Okay, so some Meth-X, clear crystal form. That's basically what it looks like. And methamphetamine is illegal, okay? There are amphetamines that are legal, but methamphetamine is highly illegal. Highly addictive. This is one of the most addictive drugs besides heroin, of course. 40 years of aging. You'll see some pictures on the next slide of people who use this. They actually do, they don't automatically turn 40 years, but their face can definitely look like they've aged within a couple months even. Okay, they look very emaciated, a lot of like severe acne, the wrinkles, they just, it's not even just severe acne, it's like these it's crank bugs, it's called. So somebody may feel like there's bugs on their skin, they have to take it off or scratch it. Medical uses, so it was used, actually, meth, legally back in the day, but it obviously is illegal. It was used for some things like ADHD. Again, it's not used for that anymore. Obesity and narcolepsy. Narcolepsy is something that a person just will fall asleep. It's not legal anymore. It's not used for anything medical at all. Now, very explosive is because people will make meth. And if they make it at home, it is so toxic, it can just kill them. It's very, very explosive. And it produces toxic waste, meaning that they can't just dump that in the garbage. So people will either be making this out in country areas, and they dump the waste in rivers and streams, or they dump them in farmland, and they kill livestock, and they kill, fish and all that stuff. So it produces like that very, very toxic, smell, and very explosive. Okay. Oh yeah, here's some pictures. Check it out. Do you want to see these pictures, Scarlett? Look at this. Yeah, look at this. Okay, this is what happens to somebody. Look at this. So this is like before, and then they start using this drug. She just had a burn, yeah. But scary.
What drug?
Meth.
What, the one
I was just talking about it. Yeah, the teeth drug. Okay.
It's ugly.
I know. All right, some signs and symptoms. Increases blood pressure, increases heart rate, because again, it's a stimulant, so it's going to increase. Can cause nausea, diarrhea, dehydration, anxiety, depression. A high on this drug does last a pretty long time. It can last about 12 hours or so. So a person will be on this constant high. And the thing with this, okay, the hazard of use with this will hijack that dopamine. And what happens is it will overstimulate that type of chemical, that pleasure chemical. So then when a person wants to feel pleasure naturally, they can't. This actually will ruin it forever, this drug. So this is why a person, will continue to use this drug too, because they cannot feel any pleasure without it. Meth psychosis. So again, some kind of psychosis. Someone's following them, someone's talking to them. Dehydration, of course, because the person could be up for days, not eating, because it definitely curbs appetite. Suspicion, severe acne. It's very, very extreme acne, like cystic acne. Crank bugs, that's what I was talking about. People think that there's bugs under their skin, so they want to take it off. They may hear voices. They, may fear that people are after them, or they fear certain things, severe hallucinations, and of course, severe loss of weight. And that's where we see that aging as well. Okay, withdrawal, definite withdrawal.
Drugs make people ugly, so that's why you can't take drugs. Because drugs also make you die, and they make you unhealthy, and they make you self-conscious, and then they make you get really, really sick. Then you could die from it.
You can die. That's what hopefully my students will understand, and not to use them, right?
Yeah, but why do people smoke?
Smoke cigarettes?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a lot of reasons why, and then they get addicted to it, right?
Mm-hmm. And they can't stop.
They can't stop. You're right. All right, withdrawal, drug cravings, depression, inability to sleep, increased appetite, sure, but with a lot of the withdrawal, it's uncomfortable. So that's why a person continues to use the drug. Okay, and the last thing we're going to talk about today is called methylphenidate. It's Ritalin. And some, of your peers could be using Ritalin, which is treats ADHD. It is a stimulant. Now, it's interesting because ADHD is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. So to give somebody who's already hyperactive a stimulant, it does not actually cause them to be stimulated. It will actually cancel out the stimulation and cause that to even out, and it could definitely help control the hyperactivity disorder for some people. It doesn't work for everybody. But what's happening is students will abuse this drug because, especially in college, it's very common because it keeps somebody awake. It causes them to really, really focus. So they may try to use it before tests, and it definitely becomes addictive and abused. Or they're sharing somebody else's prescription that is not their prescription. Method of use, mouth and inhalation. So if it's pills, they'll crush it up and inhale it through the nose that way. Symptoms that are treated. So this is for if somebody is and needs the type of medication. But if there's any side effects that someone is getting from using their prescription medication, they definitely should be talking to their parent and their physician. But symptoms: improve focus, decrease impulsive activities. Some side effects definitely I see when somebody is abusing or using Ritalin is that decreased appetite. Okay, it can also cause tiredness, weight loss, stomach aches. It can really throw a person's stomach off. Mood swings, hazards: slow growth of children, stunted growth, heart attack, seizures, blurred vision. Okay, those are hazards. And it can cause psychotic or manic symptoms in children and teenagers. That's why it's important if somebody is diagnosed with ADHD and they're put on some type of medication that they are, monitored and checked and make sure this type of medication needs to be used on a regular basis so person gets used to it. It isn't just, okay, use it one day and then not the next day. If you see how the word is broken down, this is the name of it. Meth is in it. Okay, it doesn't mean it's the methamphetamine on the street, but there is certain types of ingredients that are in meth that do like the similar things to this drug. Okay, so that's all I have. I hope that you watched the video, and I hope you watched this video. I'm going to stop sharing. Okay, here we go. Back to that. Okay, so make sure you read the article. I'm going to attach the article on there. Hopefully I can do. I think, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Just not, if it's not on there, don't worry about it. That's fine. I'll mail you one. No, I won't. But maybe I'll read it. Okay, one day I'll just read it. Okay, have a good week. Do the exit ticket. Check out the meditation. It's going to be a leisurely walk in the neighborhood. Okay, have a good one. Bye.